It's a great day to be an American. We appreciate y'all coming out to Territory Days, and more importantly, since we've taken over this event, we've really tried to make it a mission to remind everyone what Memorial Day is really all about and what it stands for. And to help us do that, I am extremely humbled and very honored to welcome from Washington, D.C., the United States Air Force Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. If you're a civilian, please uncover. If you are a veteran of these United States Armed Forces, you have earned the right to salute. And join us, along with Adam Simmons, in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's have another nice round of applause for the United States Air Force Honor Guard. One more time. Ladies and gentlemen, here in the United States of America, there is one single item that we as Americans can call our most valuable asset. It's not gold, it's not land, it's not anything tangible that we can hold in our hands. As Americans, our single most valuable asset is freedom. And where does that freedom come from? It comes from the selflessness and sacrifices made by our brave American military veterans. In exchange for that gift of freedom, paid for with the blood of hundreds of thousands of brave Americans, I will ask that while you're here today, to please shake the hand of an American veteran and thank them for providing that sweet smell of freedom that we are all so lucky to enjoy. Memorial Day, which falls on the last Monday of May, commemorates the men and women who died while serving in the American military. Initially known as Decoration Day, it originated in the years following the Civil War. During the first celebration of Decoration Day, General James Garfield made a speech at Arlington National Cemetery, after which 5,000 participants helped decorate the graves of more than 20,000 Union and Confederate soldiers buried in that cemetery. Memorial Day used to be a solemn day of mourning, a sacred day of remembrance to honor those who paid the ultimate price for our freedoms. Businesses closed for the day, towns held parades honoring the fallen, and the parade routes oftentimes ended at a local cemetery where Memorial Day speeches were given and prayers were offered up. People took the time that day to clean and decorate with flowers and flags the graves of those who fell in service to our country. By the late 1800s, many communities across the country had begun to celebrate Memorial Day, and after World War I, observances also began to honor those who had died in all of America's wars. In 1971, Congress declared Memorial Day a national holiday to be celebrated on the last Monday in May. Most Americans observe Memorial Day by visiting cemeteries or memorials, holding family gatherings, and perhaps participating in parades. Unofficially at least, it marks the beginning of summer. Now, to help us celebrate Memorial Day, and in the respectful memory of all who have given their lives for our freedom, we are very honored and extremely privileged and humbled to welcome from Washington, D.C., the United States Air Force Drill Team.
Integrity first, service before self, excellence in all we do. These core values are what the Air Force was built upon and guided what was once the Army Air Corps to what is now the most dominant air power on earth, the United States Air Force. The Air Force has evolved over time, but has never lost sight of its humble beginnings. Performing for you today, the Ambassadors in Blue, your United States Air Force Honor Guard Drill Team. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Airman First Class Tanner Bailey of the United States Air Force Honor Guard Drill Team, stationed at Joint Base Anacostia in Washington, D.C. Spanning 6 decades of Air Force history, airmen have proven themselves as the premier global first responders in times of crisis, taking action anytime, anywhere. The foundation for this well-deserved reputation is evident in the hand-selected drill team members you see before you. As in all Air Force missions, the drill team executes every movement with flawless timing and exacting precision. Each team member is performing with a fully functional M1 Grand Rifle with a fixed bayonet weighing in excess of 13 pounds. Throughout this performance, the drill team will execute maneuvers that are extremely dangerous and require complete focus. However, I encourage you to applaud and cheer at any time. You will not break the concentration. And now, under the command of Captain Watkins, your United States Air Force Honor Guard Drill Team! The Air Force mission is to fly, fight, and win in air, space, and cyberspace. Our rapid mobility and precision engagement defines us as a distinctive force. The drill team embodies these traits by remaining superbly conditioned to protect all movements throughout every performance. Watch the intensity and concentration as they rotate the weapons in unison within close proximity, and then watch as the weapons are blindly tossed behind them. Trust is also critical to successful reach-back support in a deployed environment. Observe the trust is swayed by the airmen of the drill team as they toss back to supporting airmen. Our aircraft fly in 4-ship formations, performing individual maneuvers yet still providing air power as one deadly force. Even while divided, each group will remain locked on and maintain the integrity of the drill's timing and precision. Give it up for your drill team. Embedded in every airman is the concept of wingmanship, never leave an airman behind, never falter, and never fail. Mission success can only be accomplished if each team member can rely on their wingman for support. Watch as all team members powerfully demonstrate this as they toss their weapons overhead to supporting wingmen. Teamwork is vital to maintain air superiority and win today's wars. Our country relies on the dedication and professionalism of all airmen. It is these qualities that make today's United States Air Force the most powerful Air Force in the world. The Air Force can reach any place on Earth at any time, providing global reach and air power. Notice in this sequence as the weapon manuals are sent from the front to the rear, symbolizing the rapid movement of forces around the world. They face the drill commander who stands proud and motionless, exhibiting the same confidence that all Air Force leaders have for the highly trained airmen serving around the globe today. In this next sequence, the 12 members of the drill team will showcase the highest individual focus as they drill complex movements in close formation. Listen to the intensity of the rhythm and the numerous weapon exchanges, and then witness as each weapon is blindly tossed to an awaiting team member. Trust is essential in completing every Air Force mission to perfection. No mission can succeed without it. The Air Force continues to evolve into a smaller, leaner, and more efficient fighting force. This has been made possible by the dedicated men and women who have embraced change to make up a culture that strives for constant innovation. The drill team is no exception to this, and although the drill team creates a new routine each year, one tradition that remains the same is the use of the drill team's line formation. Watch the domino effect created by the quick reflexes of each team member. The louder you cheer, the harder they will perform. The drill team recruits, retains, and inspires as the traveling component of the Air Force Honor Guard. This 250-member unit is comprised of competitively selected members from every Air Force specialty and is the only Air Force squadron with a full-time ceremonial mission. Like all units in the Air Force, the drill team has its own trademark, something it is remembered for. Here, the drill team will execute its trademark maneuver, known as the double spins. Their weapons will rotate at a velocity of almost 40 miles per hour, mere inches from their bodies. If we fail to continue sharpening America's edge, we endanger our security, our people, and our way of life. This is no more evident than in this last sequence, which showcases teamwork, precision, and unwavering mutual trust. Please direct your attention to Captain Captain Wadhams, as he attempts to march up and back through the narrow gauntlet of spinning weapons. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen of Colorado. Please enjoy the rest of your memorial.
Let's have a nice round of applause for the United States Air Force drill team. Those men and women represent the best that this country has to offer, and we are honored that they could join us here today at Territory Days. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got some numbers for you. These are important numbers. You want to pay attention. In World War I, 4.7 million Americans served this country in the armed forces. Over 116,000 died. In World War II, over 16 million served and more than 400,000 died. In the Korean War, 5.7 million served, more than 54,000 were killed. In Vietnam, 8.7 million served, and there are 58,209 names carved on the wall. In the Persian Gulf, 2.2 million served, 382 died. And in the present war on terror, nearly 3 million brave Americans have served, and over 6,100 have died thus far. All told, 638,000 brave Americans have given their lives since World War I on foreign soil. In their honor, and with respect to them and our country, please help me welcome, on my left, on your right, the United States Air Force Rifle Detail. Traditional observances of Memorial Day have diminished over the years. Many Americans nowadays have forgotten the meanings and traditions of Memorial Day. At many cemeteries, the graves of the fallen are increasingly ignored and neglected. Most people no longer remember the proper flag etiquette for the day. While there are towns and cities that still hold Memorial Day parades, many have not had a parade or a celebration in decades. Some people think this day is for honoring any and all dead, and not just the fallen in service to our country. But they're wrong. To help re-educate and remind Americans of the true meaning of Memorial Day, the National Moment of Remembrance resolution was passed in December 2000, which asks that on or around 3 p.m. local time, all Americans voluntarily and informally observe, in their own way, a moment of remembrance and respect, pausing for whatever they are doing for a moment of silence and listening to taps. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call for the moment of silence. When the moment of silence is up, the rifle team is going to do the 3-round volley. So please prepare yourselves for gunfire. At this present moment, please take a moment of silence and remember all those brave Americans who made the ultimate sacrifice for us, other countries, and freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you sincerely for joining us for our Memorial Day ceremony. We'd like to thank the United States Air Force for providing such a great tribute. We're very fortunate. Most people in this country never get to see the official military branches drill team perform, and we are humbled to have them at Territory Days with us today. Please, while you're here celebrating with your family, thank a vet and raise your glass to all those who could not be here with us today that made the ultimate sacrifice. God bless you, God bless your families, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.